Welcome to The Explainer. So, picture this. You open your car door, you're getting ready for just a totally normal, peaceful drive, and bam, you are instantly hit by a smell so incredibly foul, so completely unshakable that it practically knocks you backward. You, my friend, have a phantom stench on your hands. Today, we're looking at a visceral nightmare that a lot of car owners unfortunately end up facing. We're going to be focusing specifically on a real-world case study involving a Maru Swift.
Okay, let's dive into this, because honestly, that is the ultimate question, isn't it? Where is that terrible smell actually coming from? Today's explainer is basically going to function like an investigative mystery. We've got our crime scene, a car with an odor so bad the mechanic actually had to wear a protective mask just to work on it. And we're going to track down the hidden source of this mechanical nightmare, step by step.
Here's our quick roadmap for today's mechanical investigation. We'll cover the terrible smell, initial checks, the seat removal process, uncovering the real location, and finally, some important advice. Section 1. The terrible smell, setting the crime scene. So we're starting with a vehicle that's been completely compromised by an invisible enemy. And I mean bad. Like the mechanic needed a mask just to get near the cabin. But wait, before you even think about tearing the car apart with heavy tools, you gotta look at the floorboards. The mechanic points out that finding shredded paper, random bits of trash, or just unusual debris inside the cabin are huge red flags. You see, rats love to build nests and hoard food. So if you spot random paper scraps lying around where they absolutely shouldn't be, well, a rat has likely made your car its home, and quite possibly its final resting place. Section 2. Initial checks. The glove box decoy. Now, any good detective, or in this case, a seasoned auto mechanic, is gonna start with the easiest, most accessible spots first, right? I mean, you definitely don't want to disassemble an entire car interior if the culprit is just chilling in the glove compartment. So on one hand, we have these easy-to-reach decoys. Mechanics will immediately check the glove box, pull out the cabin or AC filter, and take a look at the blower motor. Sometimes they'll even snake a digital camera inside the blower motor just to be 100% sure. It's a fantastic place to start, and hey, you can clean out the dust while you're at it. But in our specific case with this Swift, these spots were completely empty, and this brilliantly illustrates why a deeper look is required, bringing us to the real threat, a spot hidden deep beneath the passenger seat and the left pillar. Section 3. Seat removal process, bringing out the heavy tools. All right, since our culprit isn't hanging out in the easy-to-reach cabin filter, we have to escalate. It's time to dismantle the passenger side to access the floor pan. To do this, you absolutely need the right tool for the job, and here it is, the T40 Torx bit. It's frequently called a star bit because of its distinctive shape. This is the exact specific bit required to safely remove the 4 heavy-duty seat bolts in a Maruti Suzuki Swift. You just attach this T40 bit to an L handle or a ratchet and apply force to turn those bolts anti-clockwise to break them loose. Let's walk through this sequence and see how it builds into an actual executable process. Step 1, like we just said, use that T40 bit to turn the 4 seat bolts anti-clockwise. You've got 2 in the front and 2 in the back. Step 2, carefully lift and just completely remove the passenger seat right out of the car. Step 3, remove the left side pillar's plastic lock. Don't worry, there are no bolts here, just plastic clips that you can easily pop right out. And finally, step 4, physically pull back that heavy molded floor mat. I know, it sounds like a lot of physical effort, but systematically dismantling this space is really the only logical way to reach those hidden structural cavities where rodents love to burrow. Section 4. The real location. The grand reveal. So we've taken out the heavy seat, we've popped off the plastic pillar term, and we finally pulled back that heavy floor mat right beneath the left side pillar. And boom, as soon as that mat is pulled back, the reality hits you like an absolute brick wall. The mechanic in our source material sums it up perfectly with this incredibly raw quote, "The smell coming right now, don't even ask." He literally had to put his mask back on just to deal with the overwhelming fumes. It's kind of darkly funny, but it paints a very vivid, visceral picture of exactly what you uncover when you finally expose the rotting culprit. And there is the visual confirmation of the problem. The dead rat was found hidden incredibly deep beneath that floor mat, right near the base of the left passenger pillar. The poor creature had squeezed its way into this incredibly tight, dark space, dragging its little hoard of scavenged food and paper trash with it, before ultimately getting trapped and dying. It's practically the perfect, isolated hiding spot for a rodent, which unfortunately makes it the absolute worst, most difficult spot for a car owner trying to track down a phantom smell. Section 5. Important advice. The mechanic's playbook. So, the crucial point is, we've successfully solved the mystery, but how can we apply this knowledge going forward? Well, here is your ultimate checklist for locating dead rodents efficiently, whether you're an everyday car owner or a fellow auto mechanic dealing with a Swift. Always start simple. Check that glove box first. Next, thoroughly inspect your cabin filter and your blower motor. These are super common entry points and they're easy to reach. As you look around, keep your eyes peeled for dragged paper or trash on the floorboards. That is your smoking gun that something is living in there. And finally, if the terrible smell persists but the easy spots are totally clear, don't waste time. Grab that T40 Torx bit, safely remove the passenger seat, and check deep under the floor mat near that left pillar. Which leads us to our final, provocative thought for this explainer. Next time you see some random shredded paper or a mysterious piece of trash in your car, will you just ignore it? After seeing how a tiny piece of paper can be the leading clue to a hidden, decomposing nightmare buried beneath your seats, I'm guessing you're going to be a whole lot more observant from now on. You now have the knowledge and the structured mechanical playbook to tackle this issue head on. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive, and keep those eyes peeled.